Hi everyone! Today I'm going to paint on the very first sketchbook I made myself. And if you'd like to make a sketchbook like this too, definitely let me know in the comments and I'll make a tutorial showing you how to do it. Today, I'm going to create a beautiful painting using just these 4 colors. So, let's get started. Today, I'm gonna paint a nature scene completely from my imagination. I've actually been to a place like this before, and I still have some beautiful images of it in my mind. So today, I decided to bring that memory to life on paper. I'll start with a beautiful sky blue color for the sky. I'm gonna build up the color gradually, adding a few layers until I reach the exact shade of blue I have in mind. For the areas where the clouds will be, I'll leave the paper white. I don't want the clouds to look too perfect or artificial, so I'll also soften and shape their edges, keeping them irregular and natural. I want the sky to feel soft, calm, and full of depth, just like the place I remember. Did you know that almost nothing in nature is actually pure white? That includes clouds. Even though we see clouds as white, if you look closely at your reference, you'll notice they usually have very subtle hints of light blue, gray, or even slightly warmer tones. Sometimes the gray is really soft and barely noticeable. And sometimes, depending on the weather and the lighting, it can be much stronger. And of course, during sunset, clouds can take on beautiful warm colors like yellow, orange, pink, and even a little purple. Brief pause, glance at the reference. So for my clouds here, I'm going to add just a little bit of gray. I'm not trying to make them look dark or dirty. I just want to create enough variation to make them feel more natural and three-dimensional. Start adding the gray gently. I'm also going to use these soft changes in value to create that fluffy, puffy texture we see in real clouds. Instead of making the whole cloud one flat color, I'm going to build it up gradually. Some areas will stay much lighter, while others will have a little more gray. That contrast between light and shadow is what gives the clouds their volume. Gently shape the edges. And I'm also going to soften and reshape some of the edges here. I don't want the outline of the cloud to look perfectly smooth or flat. Real clouds have irregular, soft edges. Some parts are round and fluffy, while others almost disappear into the sky. So don't be afraid to make your cloud edges a little uneven. Smile. Actually, that's what makes them look more natural. And remember, you don't need a lot of paint here. With watercolor, a little pigment and plenty of water can give you much softer and more realistic results. Continue painting. Just keep building these subtle layers slowly, and let the white of the paper do some of the work for you. That's how we can create clouds that feel light, soft, and full of air. Now I'm going to pick up a little olive green and use it for the grass and the ground. I don't want to use a bright grassy green here because I feel like we're getting closer to sunset and the colors in the landscape are starting to shift toward warmer, more muted olive tones. So I'm going to use this olive green to create that feeling. Now I'm going to pick up some dark green to paint the pine trees, but I'm going to dilute it a little with water. Don't use the paint too thick here because these trees are quite far away. so they should look a little soft and blurred. We don't need to paint all the tiny details, just capture the overall shape of the trees. Now, for the pine trees on the right side of the painting, I really want to keep that beautiful sunlight hitting the trees. I'll add the areas of light and shadow using a dark green mixed with just a touch of gray. Make sure you keep some of that sunlight visible. It will give the trees much more depth and dimension. And don't forget the shadows falling onto the ground. This little detail can make the whole landscape look so much more natural and beautiful. For the ground shadows, use a slightly darker version of your grass color, but keep the paint fairly diluted. We don't want these shadows to look too dark or heavy. And finally, I'll add a few small touches with the tip of my brush to suggest little details in the grass. These subtle shadows and tiny details really help bring the whole scene to life. Continue painting naturally.
If you enjoyed today's painting, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the channel because there are lots of beautiful paintings coming your way.